How you doing, everybody? Bill Hoy back again with another video. This is for my YouTube channel. What in the world is going on, one? Once again, as I stated in my intros, I made this title about 2 years ago. My daughter helped me make it. It's not really the title that I want. I've been trying to change it. Doesn't seem to be working so far. We'll see. But it is a good question. What in the world is going on? It's a good question. And I'm going to talk about that stuff. So, here we are. The title of this video is going to be "The Allopathic Chronic Care System Killed My Father." The allopathic chronic care system. Allopathic meaning like surgery and drugs. Chronic care meaning the caring of like cancer, diabetes, HIV, these chronic diseases kinds of stuff. This is not to say that all doctors are bad, and it's not to say that the allopathic medical system does not have a place in medicine. I'm just telling the truth, folks. I'm just telling the truth. So today's February 19th, 2020. Last year, on February 19th, 2019, my father went in to the hospital for an operation to remove part of his liver. No one's even really completely sure what exactly he had, whether it was cirrhosis or cancer of the liver or whatever. But he went in and they performed the operation, and he basically bled to death. And after a surgery, he came to for a short while, and then that was it. That was it. And it's been 1 year, and I'm not over this. I'm not over this. Not over this at all. Not over this one bit, folks. I am furious. I am furious about this. So, and I'm not over this at all. My father should not have died. So, basically, my father walked into a hospital under his own power. He wasn't wheeled in there on an ambulance or didn't come in critical condition or anything like that. My father was his health was bad. His health and his lifestyle, he didn't take care of himself at all. But my father walked into a hospital, basically walking in there doing the icky shuffle, and then came out in a body bag. They brought him in there, cut him up, he died, and then they zipped him up in a body bag and fired him down a flight of stairs. Horrible. And what's even worse is, no one sees that, really almost no one sees that as any kind of a problem in any way, shape, or form. Many people have talked about maybe suing and stuff like that, but nobody, almost no one, I'll speak for basically people I know and family members, really sees this as a problem. Oh, yeah, he went to the hospital and he died. Okay. Oh, well. I mean, we're talking about a human being here, folks. A human being's dead. And, it's all good. Not with me. Not with me, Jack. Let me tell you. Let me try to have a little bit of trouble here. There we go. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. Alright. So, and, this happens to too many people. I mean, this is not an uncommon thing, folks. This happens every day. Where's that article that I looked up? Let's see. Oops. I am going to go to this and type this in here. 700,000 people die a year in hospitals. 700,000 people die a year in hospitals. All right. So according to the CDC, they're real winners. Boy. The number of people dying in the hospital dropped from 776,000 to 715,000, even as hospital admissions increased. What is it saying? I know I read it was about around 700,000 in that was 2016. Here it is. Here's the CDC. So the CDC has the 2010 numbers. I know in 2016, I mean, they have the 2010 numbers at 715,000 people. I mean, I know a lot of these people are sick, you know. I mean, it's a lot of these people are in bad shape. But that's a lot of people dying in hospitals, man. I mean, I would think, you know, you would go to a hospital to live, not to die. It's kind of bizarre. But I also read another statistic last year. 1 in 3 people who go into hospitals for surgical procedure die. 1 out of 3 people. I mean, this is something to start looking into here. You know, this is something that needs to be looked into. All right. So, okay, good. My father blindly trusted a surgeon and died for it. And the surgeon in the hospital profited from this. And once again, this is not an aberration, folks. This is the norm. This is the system. This is the way it is. I mean, this is not an isolated incident or something. This is the system. This is a systemic problem. I thought I put that down somewhere. This is a systemic problem. You know, my father blindly trusted a surgeon. He died for it. And I forgot. I had another video and I didn't get it out. But I mean, you know, many people say, well, you know, why don't you sue? I mean, first, no amount of money is going to bring my father back. You know, no amount of money is going to bring my father back. No amount of money is going to replace my father's life. You know, my father's a human being. Money's not going to replace that life. And then, of course, you know, suing, the only people I'm really harming are the people, like myself, who struggle to pay rip-off insurance premiums. So really, all I'm doing is affecting them. You know, I'm just affecting the people that, you know, pay the insurance. This isn't, suing's not going to change this paradigm. Suing's actually one of the major, you know, these malpractice suits are a major part of this whole insurance rip-off industry. I mean, these, you know, actually suing for malpractice actually feeds the system. It feeds and perpetuates the system. It's not a system check. It's like hitting the gas on this system, you know. And you know, it's the doctor's not. It's not coming out of the doctor's pocket. The surgeon. It's not coming out of the oncologist, I guess he was. The surgeon's pocket. Not coming out of their pocket. It's not coming out of the hospital's pocket. They have like allotments set aside for malpractice suits and stuff like that. This is, you know, malpractice. Once again, it's not a system check. It's a system accelerator. It's just it's you're just perpetrating the system. You're just making things worse. All right. It's not going to change nothing. What has to change is how we view human beings. I mean, we really have a horrific lack of sense of humanity and spirit and soul, and for human beings, and you know, especially animals as well. I mean, millions of animals a year are slaughtered so people can go to McDonald's and Burger King. And that's another video. So I think I said that allopathic medicine is surgery and drugs, and it has its place in emergency care, not in the treatment of chronic diseases, folks. not in the treatment of chronic diseases. And you know, you'll have tons of people out there, oh, it helped me. Okay, man, it helped you. Well, did it help my dad? Did it help my dad? It helped me. Did it help my dad? My dad's fucking dead, dude. I don't want to hear about how it helped you. And really, I mean, a lot of people think they were helped, but they actually don't even realize that they were harmed. People are so self-loathing and have such low self-esteem that they don't even realize, you know, when, you know, that these radiation treatments, they're burning people and making people sicker, and it's these people look at it like, oh, it worked, yay, you know, it's, you know, that's a whole nother thing there. I want to try to keep focus on my father here. And you know, I touched on this. You know, most of my family members do not appear to think that there's anything, you know, wrong with the system. You know, I'm not saying that I think my family members are jumping up and clicking their heels that my dad's dead. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, they don't see anything wrong with really this system and this kind of a situation. It doesn't necessarily really alarm them. I mean, I know I talked to some family members who said, you know, from now on I'm going to look to get a second opinion, which I want to note. I thought I maybe talked about that. Didn't I talk about that? I think I'm coming up. But I thought my father never even got a second opinion. He just got a couple recommendations for the surgeon. He went running in there for a surgery. And I think I'm going to get to that a little bit, but let's just stay on the track here. You know, my family members just, you know, really don't think much is really wrong with this morally. You know, I mean, that's really what this is. I mean, this isn't, you know, this isn't an issue of integrity or ethics. This is a moral issue, man. I mean, this is about morality. And people don't take it that far. You know, people just look at it as, okay, let's check, was the procedure done properly? And then if the procedure was done properly, it was good. It's not a procedural issue, man. This is a moral issue, man. Moral issue. I mean, a man walked into the hospital, got an operation, and died, like, directly right after. And everyone's just like, you know, it happens. Trying to contain myself here, folks, because I really want to fucking explode. But I mean, if I performed a procedure on someone and they died, I feel terrible. I mean, my mother dragged me in to talk to this oncologist, and you know, I mean, you know, I wasn't expecting him to be crying and bawling his eyes out, but I mean, it's just, I really looked deeply into this guy, and I just didn't see any kind of really true, honest remorse. I mean, it just, I got a very, very cold sensation and feeling, especially with a lot of doctors in the hospital as well. I'm going to get to this. I'm going to talk about this, and I'm running to the end of this video, and we're going to start, you know, we'll do a part 2 here, continue going. All right, till part 2.